And we're back. We have a working camera. So, as I was saying, simplify your life. Very much needed today, at least for me. And how can you do that? Of course, there are so many, how can we call this, work hacks out there, I think, that you could do, whether it is how to deal with your emails or how to prepare your food in advance, but that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about simplifying your life and your work life more on a bigger level. So my tip number 1 is let go of perfectionism. So don't wait for the perfect day, the perfect job, the perfect moment. And I know I'm someone who can talk about it because I waited for years and years and years to start my own YouTube channel. Right? Did I? I did. Because I wanted it to be perfect. And then I realized what people like in the videos is actually when you're not perfect. So scratch that whole perfectionism. Rather be you, be authentic, because I believe that if you're being yourself, you're actually going to surround yourself also with people who are like who you are and who want to work with you. So our imperfections, so to speak, belong to us and they make you you. So to simplify your life, let go of perfectionism. That's my tip number 1. My tip number 2 is, it's about decision making. And it's about automating some decisions. So apparently, they're floating around different numbers, but one number I read is that every human being, or every adult, so to speak, makes 35,000, let me say this again, 35,000 decisions per day. So maybe what jam you're gonna eat, whether you're gonna have the gray socks or the white socks. I probably should not tell this, but I'm sitting here in my socks. I know with the dress it would have been better too, but nobody sees it. So hey, I'm letting go of perfectionism. So anyway, so we do lots and lots of decisions every day. Now you can definitely simplify your life if you think about decisions more in like categories. So there could be, level 1 decisions, which you should be making very, very quick and easy, like what to have for breakfast, what to drink, and so on. Then there are level 2 decisions, maybe, also not that important and you do them more often. But level 3 and level 4 decision, they're much more, important and maybe to invest a bit of time. So I think, for example, you have to make a decision for your next studies or for your job. And I think that, that's a big decision. And so there you could, of course, invest more. But on the lower level, so level 1 and level 2 decisions, automate some of this. And that is often linked to routines. And I've done another video on routines, so maybe go and check that out if you're interested in learning more. But one example I wanted to share with you, and maybe you heard about that, but there are some managers out there who always wear the same thing every day. So they only have a wardrobe full of, let's say, white shirts or black shirts, or I think Steve Apple was famous for this. Mark Zuckerberg, I think, does it too. To be honest, for me, that is not one decision I would like to automate. I actually, rather than spend a little bit of time reflecting about my choice of clothes, but that's just me. But I'm just saying, find your own automating area. So find ways where you can be quicker, and that definitely will simplify your life. So that's my tip number 2. Now, what else do we have to do? Hold on, people. Hold on. I actually prepared the sign, and I have some notes, and I put the wrong note section in. Okay, we're back, because that totally didn't make sense. I was about to tell you something about quitting, and we want to simplify. For the moment, we want to simplify, we don't want to quit. Okay, so simplifying your life. So the next 2 things are, number 3 is reflecting upon your values. So I often think we are making our life harder because we are not so maybe aware of our values, and then we might get a clash, like a value clash presented, and then we invest lots of thoughts and efforts into it. I mean, some values are obviously quite clear. So let's say you really care about the environment and you work for an organization who maybe doesn't invest a lot in sustainability, then that's quite obvious. But sometimes our values are maybe a little bit more hidden, and you are just having this gut feeling of, oh, something is not right, and then you start to think about it. So I think you can simplify your life by being very present and clear about your values, and then making sure that you're trying to live accordingly to your values as much as you can. That definitely also will simplify your life. And my last tip is, this is also a very good one. So don't take other people's comments so much to heart. So I think there's another really important area where well, what's the opposite of simplification actually? Complication? We complicate. Oh yes, we complicate our life a lot by taking the opinion of others so to heart. And maybe they don't like what you do, or maybe they left you not such a nice comment or something like this. So here's my summary. Don't wait for perfection. Automate some decisions. Do a values check and live to your values. And don't listen so much to other people's opinion, especially if it's negative. See you next time.